let's get back to this trip. So the next morning, we wake up to a fire alarm. Smoke from the bacon happens here too. So day three's activities are breakfast, shopping in Great Barrington, lunch, a field day, and then a lasagna bake-off. Just in time for the return of Cooking with Alex. And then a pajama party and games. The game's gonna be how many people will Brandy tick off. I bet Dorinda makes a mean lasagna. And speaking of mean, I'm having another Hot Johnny sandwich. You see, it's almost gone. The Acme Pan de Meal. It is amazing. Smoked pastrami, cheddar cheese, spicy chipotle aioli, house pickles, baby arugula, and the soft toasted white roll is everything I needed this afternoon. This and girls trip. Phaedra Parks. Phaedra Parks. I have to respect it. I have to respect it. You are giving us Queen Zaida from the Never-Ending Story 2. I live for it, girl. I don't mess with your felonious matters, but girl, this is a subdued Queen Zaida, and you are just as evil. Over with Tamara and the Crone. Tamara suggests we celebrate Vicky's 155th, but she says she wants to do it with real friends. Honey, you didn't even know your man didn't want you, and he hadn't touched your twat in 13 months. You wouldn't know what a real friend was if they hit you over the head. If they sang, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being my crone. Whoa, 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 my crone. You wouldn't know. Dorinda said Brandy has the face of an angel, but at night, the mouth of a serpent. And Brandy said, does that mean I give great head? Honey, if the head was so great, Eddie Cibrian wouldn't be married to Leanne Rimes right now. And you wouldn't be on this show shucking for cents, trying to make ends meet, if you were so good at sucking meat. But you're not. But you're not. So Eva and Brandy are talking about the issues Brandy's having with Vicky and Tamara. I'll tell you what it is. Vicky and Tamara want to get back on the show. Desperately. So they are here for a plot line. They know we ain't gonna say boo to the black women. We ain't gonna say boo. We might give you a little, but we ain't, They already know. Don't even try it. Don't try it. They saw what happened to Dallas. Canceled. No pause. Canceled. So they ain't stupid. They know on which side their bread is buttered. They know too, Dorinda's too much of a fan favorite and she'll toss him out. So they ain't gonna mess with Dorinda. That leaves Taylor, who is a DV victim, so they're like, she a little fragile, we ain't gonna go after her. But Brandy is the strong bull who always is starting mess. So she's an equal opponent. We can watch these two slug it out, and it's like, yeah, equal weight class. So she's the obvious target a bit, but also she brings it on herself. Did I break it down? I think I broke it down. Dorinda, now play fair. If Brandy gonna make her bad lasagna, let her make it with as many tomatoes as she needs. I don't think Brandy can cook. I think she got to where she is just because she's a tall white woman with a high metabolism. So our first stop shopping in town is a crystal store. Phaedra put a crystal in her cooch. Well, you might be breaking rocks in prison soon in a different manner. Oh my God. Put the crystal on Taylor's butt, maybe it'll grow. All the surgery she had and didn't get an ounce of ass. So of course Dorinda heads to the liquor store and Tamara goes with her and she says, I thought you were a little wishy-washy with Brandy, because when she goes off on people, you'll have her back, but you get pissy with her too. Dorinda said because Vicky lied in wait for Brandy to make any mistakes so she can jump on her. And you like to bounce on that trampoline too, heifer. So now the crone comes in and Tamara says, so there's a feeling that you want to pounce on Brandy. You do pounce on Brandy. You're taking out your frustration on your man leaving you on Brandy. She probably reminds you of the hussy he left you for. I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. The crone says, I have no intention of causing problems with Brandy. She picks a fight with me, I'll clap back. So we're going to the herb store, and Dorinda said I'm more of a martini person. Martini on a line. Brandy said, I never go to the store. Somebody goes for you. And Brandy gives me a doll on the dolls tea. Phaedra, we saw you smoking a blunt in Jamaica. I remember they had you on camera, but now you don't do nothing. Okay, Heifer. Okay. So the girls head back to the house for lunch after the herb store. So Vicky at lunch, and she looks horrible. More horrible than usual. She's like, I'm tired. I don't feel good. What are you so tired from? Heifer, you went shopping. Ha! Jill's like, girl, I think you need a nap. Go take a nap. I don't think she should do the field day. She should take a nap. I'm with Jill. Dorinda's like, I'm not even going to engage in that. Vicky is making this all about her. God, she's horrible. And Tamara's feeding into it so she can find her light as well. Brandy and Eva sit down for some herbal refreshment. And Brandy starts complaining about Vicky. And Eva says, hold on. We don't have to curse to describe. Let's say condescending, standoffish. All right, Eva, take control. Vicky got some masseur coming to see her. Is this a nurse? Tamara's like, oh goodness, the crone's gotta go to the urgent care again. I don't know why she can't use some of her Yiddika Yadika Matica Mystica. Suck some of Brandy's youth and keep it pumping. So Vicky's heading to the hospital. Oh, Lord. It's time for Bluestone Manor Field Day. Dang, that pool is nice. That pool is beautiful. So Brandy's a little too out of it to play the game. Child, Eva in it to win it. Jill, this 90s ponytail just shows off your thinning hair. It wasn't the look. I like Dorinda's paisley outfit though. Child, Eva won. I guess she was pretending to take a toke while Brandy gave a deep inhale because Eva won. And won fast. Brandy brings up to Eva, you know, without the crone, Tamara takes her butt off her neck. Eva said, you know, the only time I talk to her is without Vicky. So now Tamara comes over and she hears Brandy talking about her. And she said, what did I do? And Brandy says, I just think you're more fun without Vicky. But I'm fun all the time. No, you take Vicky's side. Tamara says, well, you know, Brandy, you yelled at me first. So then Tamara slams her water on the table and a little gets on Brandy, but it wasn't a good dousing. But Brandy heads in because she got to get to her lasagna bake-off. So Dorinda's lasagna is already done. She had the chef's helper, so I'm going to deduct 2 points. So the crone is back and she's got a sinus infection. Tamara tells her, the girls think that I'm more fun without you. Brandy is a part of the cookout crew. Wait till she asks y'all if you know how to swim. Dorinda got everybody nice matching pajamas. They're actually really cute. So everybody's in the kitchen. We're getting ready for the taste test. Brandy's asking Vicky how she is, and she says, I'm feeling better, but I was dying. I was dying. Brandy, why you gonna fake hug this heifer you don't like? Taylor just standing there like, these heifers. Vicky says, now, Brandy, you can't tell me to shut the F up. Nobody's going to talk to me like that. I'm not going to talk to you or you like that, so you're not going to talk to me like that. Brandy's like, well, I grew up different, and that's just my lingo, and I can't promise I'm not going to say that again. But Brandy do go on and apologize, and she says, I'll try not to say it again. I'll try, but it might happen. Now it's time for the lasagna taste test. Ooh, Dorinda's looks good. Brandy, why'd you use that flimsy pan? You couldn't use 2 to give it a little stiffness? Yours looked super. Eva said I didn't know it was lasagna with the side of fingers, and it's unappetizing. Dorinda, you lose another 2 points. Ooh, Brandy, don't ever come on camera without makeup again. We can see how botched that nose job is. Oh, Lord. How old is she? 49? She's 49. That's a rough 49. That's going to be a harsh 50. I mean, she looks 70 here. That's what 70 looks like. Not 49. But her lasagna is spicy. So Dorinda wins the bake-off, and everybody talk about it in the confessional. Eva said, Brandy, I love you, girl, but this was not lasagna. Lord, but Brandy done brought some games. Oh, goodness, so it's game time with Brandy, and of course we've got to play with inflatable peni. So after we done played with the peni, it's time for Confessions of a Housewife. So the first question is to Phaedra for career. What could you have done with a bit more luck and encouragement? And she said be a professional cheerleader. You're built like a chicken wing. I don't think luck or encouragement would have had anything to do with that. So Jill's question is, what about your father disappoints you? And everybody's like, whoa, okay. And then Brandy has to say national television. National television. I mean, you could just say pass. Dorinda says, okay, we've all been on reality TV before. We get it. The crone made it funny. Dorinda is always lifting her leg on the girls. This is my house, and now I'm going to storm them out. Dorinda's like, I didn't want it to be a battleground. I thought it was going to be fun, but I'll just go. Girl, how you going to go in your house? Brandy said, it seems like a setup. No, it seemed like a question during a game that she could have sidestepped. Brandy, you're making too much of it because you need a moment. It seems like Jill wants to turn everybody against Dorinda. Dorinda says, well, Brandy, you run the game, but I don't want to play with penises no more. So Dorinda's good and drunk, and Brandy tells her you're being a dick, and Dorinda's like, okay, here we go. She's starting. Eva, however, tries to get everybody back to the game. So Eva's question is, what does your partner not understand? She says he don't understand being a woman, and then Brandy, period. But your husband is just so obsessed with you. I mean, he's just so wonderful. He really loves... Yes, Eva has a man and you don't. Brandy's definitely finding her light. Brandy calls Eva's husband a mangina and said, I'm glad he wasn't a mangina. Everybody's like, well, what's that? Brandy can't explain it because she's so induced. The crone goes to bed and ain't nobody gonna miss you. Eva ready to whoop Brandy ass. She like, look, I'm going to bed, but I'm gonna get you tomorrow. And the crone almost passes out choking on her horse pill. Well, I'm going to see you for the next episode.